Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, welcome to my channel. My name is Mike and today we are going to be doing a get ready with me as is customary over on this channel. I shop my stash at the start of the month and at the end of the month I like to update you on how I fared with those products by putting them on my face and showing you what worked and what didn't. So there were a couple of requests from people to show, and I also did a video with some of my Decay Vice palettes earlier in the month. And I asked people if they would be interested in seeing me do a look with that, and the answer was yes. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. I don't really have anything fun to really chat about, like a tag or anything, so I'm just going to sit here, do my makeup, mainly talk about these products, maybe some other things as we go along, but yeah, we're just going to chat, have a bit of fun. So I'm going to put in some hair clips, and then we're going to get started. So before we do anything, I'm going to finish off my skincare routine. If you saw my haul, then you will have seen that I bought some SPF, and I think some of you might want to see this going on. I've only used it a handful of times by now, so I can't really review it yet, but I thought for the sake of this video, I could throw this on because it does work really well under makeup, I have found. That's the only thing I can attest to so far. So this is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios XL Non-Perfumed Dry Touch Gel Cream. And this is the first SPF that I have found that so far I feel works well enough as an SPF. So what I did my makeup, my skincare routine, and I was really trying to let these products sink in. And then I like to go in with this SPF. And I'm pretty sure I'm not using enough for, you know, don't come for me if you're part of the skincare police, but yeah, it's it smells like an SPF for sure. Like it has that sunscreen sort of scent, but it pretty much goes on clear. It does come out white at first, but it's super lightweight and it settles down really quickly. So that's why I was like, I'll put it on camera because I know I can just go in with my makeup routine like straight away. So let me wipe it off my hands. There we go. And then I'm going to go in again with the Catrice Plump Blur lip treatment. I've been using this for a while now. I was hoping I could use this up quite quickly, but I think I haven't even used half of this up. So I think I'm going to be rotating this out next update because I'm a bit sick of this product. So it's okay. It puts a nice like layer over your lips, but I don't really feel it plumps because I don't really believe in that thing anyways. And I don't really need more plumped lips. I'd rather just use an actual lip balm to get some more nourishment because I feel that this is a bit too thin to do that. So yeah, this is going to leave my stash, I'm sure. And this looks weird too, because it goes on white and then it settles down clear. It's a bit strange. For eyeshadow primer, I've been still using the Catrice Waterproof eyeshadow primer. You know, I'm not that fussy when it comes to this like first eyelid primer kind of product. It just needs to make my shadow stick down. That's really all I'm looking for. And now we're gonna go in with Glossier's Future Dew. So this is a video I'm still working on. I hope to have it up by Sunday, but I'm sort of comparing and reviewing three sort of like glowy primary kind of products. And this is one of them. But yeah, I have only used it like a few times now, so haven't made up my mind yet. But yeah, I'm sort of going to be doing a comparison of the three in a video with try-on clips. And I figured, well, I'm gonna sit here and doing my makeup for you anyways. I can use this clip on for the Sunday video as well. So that is what the Glossier Future Dew looks like on my skin, what it sort of looks like on my face. But yeah, I'll tell you more about this product in Sunday's video. Then right now we're going to go in with foundation, and I'm going to be using the Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. So I'm very curious to see how these are going to pair because this is quite an oily product and this is quite an oily product as well. So I'm not sure if these are going to gel well. I've been using like all of these glowy primers more so with my NARS Sheer Glow, which is the other foundation that I put in this rotation to try out, because I felt it would go better with all of these like primary kind of things. This doesn't need the glow that the Future Dew gives me. This is a very glowy product. I have found that you need to be very careful with how much you apply of this. I have this in the shade 10 Ultra Fair, and I find that if you over apply this, it just looks a little cakey and messy. So I only go in with a little bit at first, and then I sort of blend it in, and then I see if I need anything else, because you will find that a little dollop like this is going to be enough for me. You'll see what I mean, because this is the kind of product that just goes on for days. And that is what the Urban Decay looks like on me. It looks really natural, as you can see, provided you use a very, very small amount. I find that if I use too much of this, it starts looking really cakey. And I've also found that it doesn't play well with the concealer that I've been using, because this is such an emollient product that anything that you put on top that is also a cream will move around if you've got lines anywhere on your face. So in terms of like this concealer, it just doesn't really go. I've also tried it with a few, like the Glossier Stretch Concealer, which is a little bit more lightweight and just as emollient. And I felt that that worked better. And I also felt that the powder that I'm currently using doesn't go well with this foundation either. I tried it with some other powders as well, and then it did look really pretty on all day. Whereas with this, because it's a powder foundation, but I'll get to that in a minute, I also felt it could make the look quite cakey. And even though this is the lightest shade, and as you could see, when I first put it on, it looked really, really white, like too light almost. But as you can see, now that it's been sitting on my skin, and the way it sort of blends into my neck, it really is a really good match, I feel, on me. Is this the perfect replacement for one of my all-time favorite foundations, the Urban Decay Naked Skin? It's not, but I am very happy that Urban Decay now has a more hydrating option in their base product line, because it's definitely very hydrating. I have likened this in my review that I already did on my blog with the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I just think that this has even more coverage. It's a little less skincare-like. It's definitely more makeup-y than that, but I do feel I get a very similar effect with this. Let's put on concealer. And I was hoping I could like sort of show you progress with this Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. I was really hoping I could. But unfortunately, I've been keeping it upright for a few days, but no progress is showing anything. So I can't really see how much product I have left in here. It's an okay concealer. I really like it. It gets the job done, you could say. But yeah, I'm trying to use this one up, but I can't really show you how far down I am, because I think there's just too much product like caked on the sides. So it will just be one of those concealers where all of a sudden you're like, oh, and now my concealer is done. Right, so I already mentioned that I wasn't loving this powder. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked The Fix Powder Foundation. It's the only sort of powder complexion product that is currently really in Urban Decay's line, and I wanted to try one of their powders because I had never tried one. It's just a little too thick and cakey for my liking. Let me see, it's got 8 grams, no 6 grams of product. And it had this embossing of the Urban Decay logo in the powder when I first started using it, and it's already disappeared. So I think this is quite a sort of like, it's very loosely pressed in the pan, and this is how much I use. When I use it, I just sort of just press my brush in there. I don't swirl it around because then I already get too much, and then I just sort of blot it on. Because if I use any more than that, it's just not gonna, it's not a good look. For brows, I have a Colourpop combo here. I think I already updated you that I was going to be using the pencil in Dope Taupe. What's this called again? The Precision Brow Pencil. And the Brow Boss Brow Gel I had to rotate in because I ran out of my Essence Make Me Brow. That just gave out. All of a sudden it was like nothing came out. It felt very dry. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to use something differently. And I'm not a fan of both of these. They're okay enough for the price point, but I'm not a huge fan, I have to say. This pencil is annoying because I want to see how much product I have left, because I find it very satisfying that I can see, ooh. But with this, once you twist it up, it won't twist back down. So I can't see how much product I have left, and you're only getting less than a gram of product. So I think this is, and it's a very soft pencil. I have to twist it up after every use. So I think this is one that in March I can use up. And the brow gel is, I don't know, it's a bit smudgy. Every single time after I've done my brows, I feel I need to clean up around my brows. My brows are also incredibly crazy at the moment. Lockdown, all of the brow salons are closed, and I like to mess with my brows as little as possible because I can just never get it right, like never. So yeah, I'm thinking of like giving them a bit of a spruce up before the end of this month, like just to get rid of some of the stray hairs, but I'm not really good at shaping my brows. So I'm definitely due a sort of brow refresh, but so far that's not gonna happen because we're still in full on lockdown mode here. So I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows, which is another thing that I don't like about this pencil. It's so soft that I just feel that my brows just look really blocky. And I think the shade is actually a little bit too dark as well. Right, and then for the rest of the face, we are going to be following up with blush, bronzer, and highlight. The bronzer that I will be using is Hoola Light by Benefit. And I put this in my Shop My Stash to decide whether I want to keep this or not, because this is a bronzer that I used to love and I just hadn't used it in a while and I wasn't entirely sure anymore how I felt about it. Plus, I thought that one of the last times I used it before I put it in rotation, it looked patchy on me. That's what I remember it doing. So I was like, I need to try this because before I do my declutter in March, I need to be updated on as many products as possible so I can take some good decisions. Yes, I will be filming a declutter in March. No, you won't be seeing them in March yet, save for maybe 1 or 2 videos. The way I have it planned right now is that most of them will be going up in April. I will be doing 6 videos in total, and I'm going to upload the first one at the end of March. And then I think the last one is going to go up either last week of April or the first week of May. And then I will also be filming a makeup reorganization, because after I get rid of product, I need to give everything a rejig again. So I've got a couple of really cool videos going. I always love filming these. I like doing these. And it's now more than a year since the last time that I decluttered. I typically only do declutters once a year. Because else I feel I haven't given product enough of a chance to really be able to say I did like this, I didn't like that. The blush declutter is going to be interesting, and the lipstick declutter. And I do hope to get rid of quite a few eyeshadow palettes as well, but I'm not sure how that's gonna go yet. I haven't filmed it yet. It's just that I do go into these videos with a bit of a game plan. I don't sort of decide, well, I do take decisions on camera, but for instance, I do like to go back to products and try them out before I declutter. I also sort of already go like, oh, but this didn't really work for me. So I already know going into it that product I'm no longer going to use. So yeah, that's why I selected this one. And I think there may be a few products going into my March Shop My Stash as well, precisely for that purpose that I'm like, are you perfect for me? I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, the bronzer declutter, I need to get rid of bronzers. I have so many, even though I actually feel that there are a couple of categories I have just found where, I just know what I like. Lipstick is one of them. I'm just not really into trying lipsticks at the moment. Lip gloss, yes, but lipstick, I'm like, I'm solid. Like, I know what I love, so why go out and try all of these other lipsticks? Just get rid of the ones you don't like and stick to the things you love. So that's going to be the premise for that lipstick declutter. And for powders, I feel the same way. And currently my powder collection is taking up quite a bit of space next to my bronzers. So maybe if I condense down the powder selection well enough, I could sort of take some of that real estate and dedicate it to bronzers instead. That's sort of the plan. We'll see if I manage. But yeah, that's going to go live sometime in April, I know. So I plan my videos 2 months ahead, you guys know that. Highlighter, Becca Prismatic Amethyst. My OG love. This is one of my favorite all-time highlighters. I'm not sure, you can't see. Can you just see the use on that pen? It has this like embossing on it, so that makes it really hard, but especially right there, you can just see how much I've used this product. This is my OG love highlighter. Yeah, this is one I think, like highlighter I have found more like easier to pan, I have found, than any other sort of complexion product. Like I did hit pan on 2 different highlighters last year, so that was great. And this is one of my favorite highlighters for this time of year. Can you just see? It's this really beautiful, like pinky lavender sort of glow. It just goes with my super pale, pasty, Snow Whitey kind of face this time of year. So yeah, love that. And then Colourpop's Vogue. This is from their Dark Blooms collection. And it's this really pretty, like pinky mauve-y shade. It's one that I did fall in love with. I described this when I told you that I bought this, because I think I did talk about this already in a video. I said that I was hoping that three times a charm with Colourpop blushes, because I bought 2 previously that sounded really great based off of the descriptions of the Colourpop website, and then I was like, I got them home and the shade I felt was nothing like the description. This is described as a mid-tone pink. To me, it's a warm tone mauve, because it's got a bit of like plum and brown and pink too. But this has been like one of those blushes that if you don't know what to put on, you just put this on and life's good. Like, that's the way I feel about this blush. Like, yes. Painterly Paint Pot and the eyeshadow that broke, at least the packaging did. Now the lid comes off, and I actually, this doesn't have any other closure than the hinge, so there's no magnet holding this in place. So I'm not sure how long this eyeshadow is going to last anymore now that it no longer closes properly, because there's nothing really holding this plastic cap together anymore. So I think this may actually dry out really quickly. Yeah, I will be doing my second prime using the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly and that Calvin Klein Beige eyeshadow. Again, no progress can be seen in this paint pot, save for when I hold it up like this to the light. I can just see it being see-through at the bottom. Like, I can see the light coming through the product. I so badly still want to hit pan on this. Oh, and I was thinking of actually giving this a stir too, because it's a little dry at the top towards the edges. So I may need to do that sometime soon, but haven't really thought of it yet, because I kind of just use this every day and then I just throw it on. All right, so now we're gonna do something a little bit different. I am going to be doing a makeup look using all 4 of my Vice palettes, and I haven't really given this a lot of thought just yet, save for the fact that I want to do something that I've never done before, which is a different color on each of one of my eyes. I see all these people doing this on Instagram, and I was like, I want to try that too. So I'm gonna make one eye purple and one eye tealy turquoise, I thought, because those are some of my favorite shades in these Vice palettes. So I figured if I wanted to show as many of these shades as I could on camera, I shouldn't just do one look combining teals and purples, which I could possibly do, of course, but if I make one eye purple and one eye teal turquoise, maybe a bit of blue, I think that would be fun because that way I can make the most of it and I can really sort of like do one eye and then do the other, and as long as I keep the shape the same and I sort of do the same steps in the eye look, then I just have two different colors on my eyes. So I thought that might be fun rather than the palette bingo, because I thought I was going to do a palette bingo. I was like, but with a palette bingo I might end up getting shades that I don't love, and in these palettes, as you saw in my Urban Decay video, I'll put it in the description box, we will have seen that not all of these shades swatch really well, or they all look the same or whatever. So that's why not all of the shades in these palettes are perfect. They're not all created equal. So that's why I was like, I love the teals and the purples, the turquoises, the blues, the greens, a few of the warm tones. So I was like, why not just go for those two things? So that was my reasoning behind this look. This is going to be super complicated in my brain, so I'm just going to zoom you in and do these looks for you, and I'll tell you afterwards if I still remember what I actually did. Alrighty, so that would be the eye look done. As you can, this also shows you the effect of just different colors on your eyes. The purples are a lot darker and smokier than the greeny turquoisey shade, so this is closed in a lot more than this, I feel, but oh well, we have a two-tone look going on, which I had never done before. So let me talk to you what I used from which palette. From the Urban Decay Vice 1, for the purple look, I used the Vice shade all over my lid, and I used Unhinged in the crease of the teal eye, and I used Junkie on the lower lash line. Then I went in with Prank to deepen out this teal look. It's a perfect shade for that. And I used both Voodoo as well as Betrayal from the purple. So Voodoo is on the lower lash line and Betrayal is in the inner corner, and it was sort of like that bluish flash that you now see in the middle of the lid. I wish this shade was in the Naked Ultraviolet. Just saying. Because this is much better than the shade you get in the Naked Ultraviolet, but it has that sort of like bluey, purpley, like it's a blurple. Let's put it that way. From the 3, I used a few shades that I didn't know in advance I was going to use. I used Heroine On the lower lash line in the teal look, I used Freeze all over the lid. And then for the purple look, I used Vanity in the crease and Bondage to deepen it up, because there isn't anything else in here that can really go with a very plummy look. And I feel that that is a shade that makes this purple eye so smoky, because it has a much stronger black base than the teal look has. But that's just, you know, oh well. And then from the 4, we put Beat Down on the lower lash line together with Voodoo. I first laid this one down and then put Voodoo over top. I used Arctic in the inner corner and I dabbed a little bit of that onto the lid. And I also used Bones to blend out the top here. Oh, and I used Harlot to blend out this shade here. So those are the shades that I ended up using. As you can see, even though these palettes are like, what, a decade old, maybe the one might have come out even earlier than that. That might be like 12 years old. These shades still look fine, feel fine. I don't suddenly get watery eyes and they don't make my eyes itch. Usually if that happens for me, it happens instantly. No such problems. Put on mascara, which is my usual favorite drugstore combo. The Lash Princess by Essence combined with the Catrice Waterproof. And for setting spray, I used the Too Faced Hangover RX. That's what I'm currently using. I'm going through this so quickly. I have to use so much of this to hit my entire face, I feel. So this I'm going to go through very quickly. I will definitely be using this up next month if I do my makeup every day. And then for lipstick, as you know, for February, I selected all of my Bite Beauty lipsticks to wear throughout the month, and I've had a lot of fun wearing these again as well. I sort of wanted to see which ones of these were still good, because Bite lipsticks expire quite quickly because they're almost 100% natural formula. This is the shade Sake. This is one of my lesser used shades, but it's perfect if you want a nude that will just go with everything. Rhubarb is my favorite, then Pepper, but Rhubarb, it has a lot of pink to it, or like it's almost like a really deep rosy shade, or like a rosy nude, and Pepper is more warm toned, and this is like the cool tone version of Pepper, and I felt that both of these looks would be quite cool toned, so I decided to go for a cool toned nude. So this is Sake from Bite Beauty. And this is just that perfect, very inoffensive lipstick shade that you can just put with everything. So yeah, that's it. That is my get ready with me for you guys for today. A nice two-toned look, something I've never done before. You only live once, so why not just do it? So yeah, that's what I have for you for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more videos to come, as I make 3 new videos a week. So would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you've already been here for a while, then also thank you very much for the support, because I see lots of similar names popping up in my comments all the time, and I really appreciate every single one of you for watching my videos. I'm like a super duper small channel, so I'm happy with every single view I get. I'm just doing this for fun, and this was definitely, hopefully, also fun for you guys to watch. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye bye.